Good morning. How are you?
Good. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. All right. So
I got mini pancakes.
hey. So let's see who we got. We got good morning to the following students. We got Jalen Castro. We got Alexander. We got Omar, Taris, Jaden Smith, Eliani. We got who else we have on? Taris, Alex, Jaden, Eliani, Aiden Acevedo, Allison Perez, Eliani, Amanda, Anaya, Anthony Suarez, Ashley, Byron, Daniel, Darlissa, Demarcus, Darren, Ibrahima, Kelly, Hector D, Janaea, Jazzy, Kira, Leanne, Mercedes, Monier, Nathan, Pierzelli, Chromebook, and Nikel. I'm not sure who that is, but whoever you are, it's Hector Juan. Good morning to all of you. Today, I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. Today, it is Tuesday, June 9th, 2020. So before I go over that, I just want to shout out the students that actually consistently did iReady going class by class. So class 601, the following students did their iReady time. Aiden Acevedo, 1 hour, 37 minutes. Zachariah, 2 hours, 1 minute. Omar, 1 hour, 29 minutes. Kamaya Kennedy, 2 hours, 40 minutes. Nazier Cologne, 1 hour, 20 minutes. Daniela, 43 minutes. Terzelli, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Jazzy, 54 minutes. We need to try to get the times to over an hour, guys. Haley, 1 hour, 5 minutes. Esther, 1 hour, 33. Jaden Smith, 4 hours, 14 minutes. In class 602, Alyssa, 1 hour, 4 minutes. Aiden Burnell, 4 hours, 16 minutes. Melanie, 34 minutes. Jeremiah Daniels, 2 hours, 29 minutes. Gilberto, 41 minutes. Ulysses, 50 minutes. Nathan, 48 minutes. Emelisa, 4 hours and 57 minutes. Ibrahima, 46 minutes. Anthony Modesto, 1 hour, 41 minutes. Alexander, 1 hour, 44. Mercedes, 2 hours, 56 minutes. Going on to class 603, Chris Danielise, 1 hour, 48 minutes. Taiwan, 46 minutes. Byron Delgado Lucas, 1 hour, 58 minutes. Kimura, 1 hour, 21 minutes. Maddox, 1 hour, 44. And Janaea at 2 hours and 36 minutes. Last but not least, class 604. Jarrickson, 1 hour. Kira, 1 hour, 25. Jency, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Carlos, 1 hour, 52 minutes. Jameer Miller, 3 hours, 5 minutes. Amanda, 2 hours, 38 minutes. And last but not least, Blessing with 4 hours and 9 minutes. Week number 5 has started yesterday. Remember to do your 30 minutes a day of iReady. Okay, so Jalen, I'm going to ask for you to read today's learning target. Right, I shared it on my screen. Look on my screen.
I can solve multi-step problems in addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integers and rational numbers and apply to real-world situations.
Awesome. Okay, so we got Omar now. Can you read where it says today's scholars?
Today's scholar will review how to solve multi-step problem involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of integer and rational number and apply to real-world situations. They're at the beginning of 7th grade math. Please refer to the chart below to assist you to become familiar with the rules.
Okay, there are 2 mistakes because I didn't create this chart. So as I get there, I'm going to tell you what to correct and show you. So add integer rules. Addition. Let's see. Jazzy. No, is that Jazzy? Who's this? Allison Perez, I think this is. All right, Allison. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. No, Taris. Taris, can you read where it says addition for me? Addition. You could look right on my screen if you want.
What happened?
You could read from my screen. Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing because someone's drawing on my screen. And I know who that is. Go ahead.
Addition, like signs. Use common signs. -4 plus -6 equals -10. Different signs. Subtracting, use sign of higher numbers. 5 plus -2 equals 3.
Good. So just to recap what she said, what Tara said, when the signs are the same, you keep the sign and add. When the signs are different, you take the sign of the higher number and you subtract. Tara's continue. You did a good job. Read subtraction for me.
Rewrite by adding the opposite, then follow the rules for addition. -5 minus +3 equals -5 plus -3 equals -8.
So remember, when we do subtraction, we use the keep, change, change. We keep the first integer, we change every subtraction sign into an addition sentence, and then we do the additive inverse. So here in this example, the additive inverse of a positive integer is a negative integer. If it was a negative integer, the additive inverse was a positive integer. Now, when we deal with multiplication and division, there's a mistake here. I did not create this table. So when you are multiplying and dividing integers with the same signs, for example, a positive times a positive is a positive, which is correct. Just like a positive divided by a negative is a positive. Just like a negative times a negative is a positive. And just like a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Okay, so if the signs are the same, it's always a positive integer. It's always a positive number. Now, this is where there's a mistake. It says a positive times a negative is a positive. It's not. It should be a negative. Just like a positive divided by a negative is a negative, and a negative times a positive is a negative, correct that, and a positive times a negative is a negative. So this is what it should look like. I'm going to show you all now. All right, let me just look at page 1 for you. So if you look here, these should be a negative and a negative. This should be a negative and a negative. Please change that with your pencil. Pencil, change negative, 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 negative. That's how that's going to go. We're going to use page 1 at any point today if you forget the rules as we apply them to word problems. So we're going to now turn to page 2, which is word bank. So we're going to pick the word and put it in the sentence to make it true. So I'm going to have Hector Juan. I'm going to have you, Hector. Where did you go? I just saw you. Okay, Hector, we're on page 2, number 1. Can you please read number 1 for us? Okay, so I'm going to help you out. I'm going to go back and share my screen, and there will be no drawing. Okay, can you read me number 1? What does it say? Look at my screen, Hector.
The answer to a subtraction problem is called.
What do you think it is? Which word in the blank?
Difference.
Good, number 1 is difference. Hector, good job. Read number 2 for us. You're going to do 2 questions. Number 2.
A set of numbers that include all the positive and negative whole numbers and 0 is called.
What do you think? It has both positive, negative, and 0. What kind of numbers are those? It has a special name. Starts with an I.
I said integrators.
Integers. Good job. All right, go back on mute. All right, let's try. Let me see who we got going on over here. All right, Leanne. Leanne, can you please read number 3 and number 4 with the correct answer from the word bank in front of me? You can look at my screen.
The answer to an addition problem is called sum.
Good job. Number 4.
Number less than 0 are called negative numbers.
Excellent job. Good job. Let's see who we got next. Number 5, Tirzelli. You're going to do number 5 and 6. I have it shared on my screen. Look on my screen. We can't hear you, Tirzelli. We can't hear you. I see you talking, but I don't hear any volume. All right, we're going to come back to you.
Okay.
You got it? Wait, did you get the volume working?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, read number 5.
Okay. The answer to a division problem is called a quotation, or
A quotient. Next, number 6.
The answer to a multiplication problem is called a product.
A product. Good job, Tirzelli. Thank you for your participation. Go back on mute, please. All right, Ibrahima.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to read us question 7 and question 8. If you don't have it, look on my screen, and then I'll show the answers when we're done.
No, I have it.
Go ahead, number 7.
A number line is a line that shows the the position and order
Keep going.
of numbers.
Good job. So number 7 is order. Okay, take away. Read number 8 for us. You're doing a good job.
You number 8 now?
Yes, sir.
The word used in a question that tells you to find the value of an expression is called what's that word?
Sound it out. What do you think it says?
Evaluate.
Good job. You see, you wanted me to tell you and you got it. Good job. Number 8 is evaluate. All right, let's see who we got over here. All right. Who's this over here? Oh, Eliani. Hello, Eliani. You're going to do number 9 and 10. Unmute yourself, please. Wait. Unmute yourself, Eliani. All right, you're going to read number 9 and number 10 with the word that you think that goes in there. Go ahead.
Adding a negative integer is the same as subtracting its opposite.
Beautiful. Number 10.
Subtracting a negative integer is the same as adding its opposite.
Beautiful job. Very good participation for the 5 students so far that worked. Let me show you guys what you should have. These are the answers that we just went over. So please make sure that these are correct on your paper, because remember the packet is due on Friday by 5 p.m. That's the hard deadline. I'm not accepting work past 5 o'clock anymore. There's no excuse why you can't give it to me by 5 p.m. every Friday, as it's been like that for weeks now, about 9 or 10 weeks like this. Okay, so again, just make sure that you have these correct definitions with the correct word. And in the next 10 seconds, if you have it right, give yourself a check on the page. And make sure you put your name on it so I know when you submit me the work, whose work I'm looking at so you can get credit. And we're going to move on to page 3, which is going to deal with a word problem. Okay, I'm going to go back to share my screen so everyone can see. This is what we're dealing with now. So we're going to go now to this question, which talks about the difference of elevation and sea level. So Hector, I'm just kind of going down the line. Hector, can you unmute yourself? Hector David.
Hello, you can hear me?
Okay, Hector, if you don't have it in front of you, if you want to see more color.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
No. Determine the difference in evaluation between Death Valley, California, 282 feet below sea level, and the cement of California's Mount Davidson, 928 feet above sea level.
Okay, so let's just look at this diagram. Unfortunately, I don't know how to write on here. I don't have the Cami thing yet, but I'm going to be getting it. So if sea level is what number, Hector?
What
number is sea level?
282. 282.
Sea level is 282?
Yeah.
When something is at sea level, what number is it? It is not on this paper.
Negative.
Nope. When something is at sea level, it's what number? It comes before 1.
Oh, 0. 0.
So that sea level is 0, where it says sea level, that's 0. So now, Hector, now let's take it away. If we go from 0 to 928 and it's above sea level, how many steps is it from 0 to 928?
Well, the same thing.
Which is what number?
998.
928. Now, if you're at 0 and you want to go to negative 282, how far do you have to go down?
The same amount. 288 and
Okay.
82.
So now you want to find the difference from the top of the mountain, which is 928, to the bottom at negative 282. So what am I going to do with the 928 and the 282? Am I going to add or subtract them?
You gotta subtract.
Right, which then gets turned into an addition sentence, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now subtract. what is, and we're going to write this down in the chat box. Okay, I'm going to make it public to everybody now. So as Hector comes up with the answer, Hector, don't say anything. So we're on page 3. We're at problem 2. Hector, we're going to give everyone a second to come up with it. I want to know what 928, don't type it yet. Let me type the question first. I need to know what this is equal to, please, when we deal with integers. Please type underneath my answer. And make sure you have the comma in the correct spot. Had Jalen, you subtracted? No, Anthony, no, Jalen, try again. We're adding the two numbers. Careful. It gets tricky, guys. I got one student that gave me an answer. Good job, Anaya. Good Nathan, good Jaden, good Nathan, good Jazzy, good Taris, good Janaea, good Nathan, good Jaden Smith, good Jazzy, good Tirzelli. Let's see, Omar, yes. Ibrahima, yes. Good job, Munir. Okay, so Hector, where'd you go, Hector? Hector David. All right, Hector, when you did the math, what did you get?
1,000 and wait, what? Hello.
1,000.
1,010. And 1,210.
210 feet, right? Make sure you have the word feet there. So it should look like this. So remember, I just want to point out a few things that when you guys do get diagrams, because on the next page, I want you to mark it up first. If you mark up your diagrams, you will most likely get the question correct, because now you got the diagram, you translated the words into math, into some kind of mathematical numbers or integers, and now you actually added them up and you arrived at 1,210 feet. So to get full credit, you better annotate, you better mark up the diagram, and you better show the work with the labeling. Don't just put numbers on the paper. Look at mine and make your paper like mine. I'm giving you 30 seconds to make your paper look like this. And in the next 30 seconds, if you're done, go and mark up page 4 now, if you're done. Okay? I'm gonna hold the timer up. Just give me a second to get the timer started. So we got like 20 seconds. All right, I'm gonna give you 15 seconds. I'm gonna hold up the timer. So if you finish this page, I want you to go and mark up page 4. That's the next page to do. Oh no, that was minutes. We don't want minutes. I wanted seconds. Hold on. All right, we got 10 more seconds to mark up this page. Okay, that means time is up. Let's go now to the back, which is page 4. So I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna go back and share my screen because I want you to be able to see the color and this one. Okay, so problem 3. Amanda, you're up, Amanda. Amanda, unmute yourself, please. Amanda.
1 second. It's me. Yeah.
All right, can you read what's in front of you? We're on page 4 now, kiddo.
What is the difference between the two elevations shown on the image below?
Okay. So what are we going to do? Before we even answer the question, we got to mark up the diagram. So Amanda, when we're at sea level, what number is that?
That is 0.
Okay, so where it says sea level, put the number 0 next to that line. Now, can you guys see me touching the screen or no? Amanda, do you see me touch the screen?
No.
Okay, from 0 to 200 to 2,421, how many spaces is that from 0 to 2421?
Wait, what? Say it again?
Sure. How far is it from 0 to 2,421?
2,421.
Excellent. Now we're at 0. We want to get down to -8. How many steps is that from 0 to -8?
8.
8. So now, A, the elevation at the top, at the town below the sea level. So below is what kind of integer?
Negative.
So negative what? What goes on A?
-8.
Good, everyone write -8 on A, and let me show you the work in a moment. B, the elevation of the town on top of the mountain as an integer. So at the top, the peak.
Positive 2,421.
Good. So on A, we got -8, and B, we got plus 2,421 or 2,421. They both mean the same, no sign positive. Now, Amanda, I want to find the distance. So what am I going to do with these two numbers, Amanda?
The difference.
Mhm.
They subtract.
Right, -8
Okay.
minus 2,421, which really is an addition sentence. Yes, Amanda?
Yeah.
So really, you're going to be adding 2,421 plus 8. What does that come to?
Oh,
I know
oh,
it's
that's easy. 2,429.
Yes. Good job, Amanda. Good work today so far. Let's keep this up. So this is what the paper needs to look like in order to get credit. I need it marked up, right? Just like Amanda said, I showed you the color. This color sometimes is more appealing. From 0 to this number, we have 2,421. From 0 to -8, we have 8. When we add this all up, or if you use the keep change, we're going to get 2,428. That is the distance between the top to the bottom of this, what is this thing called again? I guess
29.
of this mountain. And it's in feet, because distance is feet in this question. All right? We're going to move on now. All right, we're going to go now to page 5. So before I get there, I'm going to call on someone who hasn't had a turn yet. Mercedes, you're up. I'm going to put the page up that you're going to read. Okay, we're going to do problem 4 on page 5, Mercedes. This is your class credit. Mercedes, are you there? Turn the camera off. So I'm going to call on somebody else then. I guess you get no credit. And if your camera is off at this point, Nathan, camera, Nathan. Nathan? Mercedes, are you back? Nathan? All right, Nathan. Nathan, page 5, problem 4. We're going to read the question first. Only the question. Go, Nathan.
Which situation results in a final value of 0?
Okay, so we want to know, Nathan, and the rest of the other 30-something students that are on today, which one of these answer choices is going to give me an answer of 0? So, Nathan, you're going to read question A. We're going to translate it into a number sentence. So we're going to read, translate, answer for each part. Go ahead, letter A.
And the temperature after a decrease of 5 from a temperature of -5.
Okay, so Nathan, if something decreases, is it a positive or negative integer?
Negative.
So -5 plus -5 is how much? That's the number sentence.
-10.
All right. So first off, this is what we should have on the first part of our paper. I'm going to show you what I'm asking for. -5 plus -5 is -10. So if you can see, Nathan read it. I translated it. We gave an answer. We're going to read it, number sentence, translate, answer, until we get to all the answers. All right. Nathan, read me number B on the paper.
The height of an airplane taken off from ground level and rising 1,000 feet.
Okay, if you're at ground level, Nathan, what number are we at?
Positive.
Well, we're not moving. What's another number for sea level?
Negative.
When you're at sea level, you're not at negative, though.
You're at 0.
We're at 0. And now we're going to rise up. So if I'm at 0 and I go up, what kind of integer is that?
Positive.
Positive. So 0 plus 1,000 is how much, Nathan?
positive 1,000.
Good. Let's do choice C. Can you read that one?
The amount of money received in change after making a $10 purchase with a $20 bill.
All right. So we have a $20 bill, and now we buy something for $10. So 20 plus negative 10 is how much money?
That would equal 30.
No. If you
Wait.
listen, if you get $20 and now you buy and something, if you have $20 and say you buy a video game, it's $10. How much money do you have left?
10.
$10. There you go. So that's choice C. Let's look at choice D. All right.
Distance above sea level at the increase of 24 meters from a deep of 20 depth of 24 meters below sea level.
Is what? So let's look at it. If it increases, is that positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. And now if it goes below sea level, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
So positive 24 plus negative 24. Remember, when you have opposites of each other, the answer is always equal to?
Zero.
Ooh, who said that?
Sorry.
Whoever said 0 is right. Good job, guys. All right, so this is what you should have now on your paper for number 4. You must have the number sentence. So if you look, we read it, put the number sentence on the answer. So now, clearly, Nathan, which answer has 0 after the equal sign?
D.
D, so that's the answer. This is a 7th grade test question, and same as the next question. All of these are test questions, but specifically these were more recent ones, I think from either last year's exam in 2019 or the year before that in 2018. So when you guys go to 7th grade, you're gonna be really good for the first unit for the most part. You'll really have a good foundation. All right, we're gonna now do problem 5, which has a lot of components, which is a lot of parts. So I'm gonna ask for DeMarcus to come off mute. Okay, but before DeMarcus comes off mute, I just want everyone to add a box. So I want everyone to add. So on your paper, you will see that there are 2 boxes. You have days of the week, and you have distance with miles. I want you to add another box that says distance and miles, because we're gonna write numbers in here, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go back and share the screen, and the next person I catch writing on here, I know who you are, you're gonna have a consequence, because you did it twice already. I already saw it 3 times, actually. So do not write on my screen. All right. So Marcus, can you read us problem 5, which is on page 5, sir?
Jen's goal is to run a total of 22 miles in 5 days. The table below shows her the number of miles she ran on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. How many miles must Jen run on Friday to reach her goal? Show your work.
Okay, so DeMarcus, can you tell me on Monday what was the distance that Jen ran?
On Monday, it was 4 3/4.
Okay, so we have to convert all these fractions, which is division, to a decimal. So remember, fractions are division. Okay?
Okay.
Fractions is division. So think about this, DeMarcus. If you have 3/4, how much money do you actually have?
75 cents.
Right. So what you're going to do, it says on the box that I made you write next to Monday, you're going to put 4.75. So 4 3/4 is the same as 4.75 as a decimal. All fractions need to be converted or changed to a decimal. Now on Tuesday, it's 5 1/8. So you're going to keep the 5 and tell me what 1 divided by 8 is on the calculator. 1 divided by 8. You're going to get something with 3 places. It's 5 point what?
5 point.
You're not doing this by hand, because in 7th grade you get a calculator. So 1 divided by 8.
5.2.
It's 5.125. 0 stays as 0. Now, let's do this. Let's look at Thursday, DeMarcus. If you have 1/4, how much money do you actually have in your pocket?
1/4, 25 cents.
Right, so 6 1/4 is actually the same as 6.25.
Yeah.
Aiden Acevedo, you better turn that camera on. So now this is what we should have so far. Okay? In our box, I just don't want you to see my answer just yet, because you guys are going to have to figure it out. So in the boxes, we got 4.75 is the converted. We have 5 1/8, which is 5.125. We have 0, which is 0.0000, same thing. So Marcus, I hope you have this. We got 6 1/4, which is 6.25. We got to figure out Friday. So we know that with Friday added, it has to equal 22 miles because it says a total of 22 miles. But before I get that, what do I got to do with these numbers, DeMarcus? I got to find out the total. So what am I going to do? What operation?
Add them all up together, addition.
Right. So everyone's going to add up 4.75 plus 5.125. Line up the decimals. 0.00, 6.25. We're going to add another 0 there. And add that up. And then you're going to get an answer. So I'm going to type in the chat box what the expectation is right now. What you all have to work on. So we're on page 5. So I'm going to type it, page 5, problem number 5. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Don't type answers yet. So I'm writing actually what you have to do, Amanda. Hold on, write these numbers down. I'll show it when we're all done at the end. So 0.00 plus 6.250. I need to know the sum of the numbers I just typed in the chat box to earn your credit. So again, as you type in the chat box, I haven't seen any responses just yet. I want you to add up all these numbers. Actually, Hector David, try again. Your math is wrong. So Jalen, you're almost there. Omar, I see so far I see 3 answers on this paper. Somebody got a decimal place wrong. Anthony, go back. So Amanda, yes. Jalen, yes. Ashley, yes. Nathan, yes. Jalen, almost. You added something incorrectly. Omar, yes. Jazzy, yes. Ibrahima, yes. Let's see. Hector, Juan, correct. Janaea, yes. Tirzeli, yes. Anaya, yes. Taris, Jaden. Okay, so as you can see, DeMarcus, what is your final, what do you agree with? Do you agree with them?
Yes.
So what did you come up with on your paper?
On my paper, I was still doing the addition, so.
Okay, so let's see what we got. When we added them all up, I'm gonna go back on speaker mode for a sec so you can see. If you notice the way I did mine, I just wanna point something out. I have everything that has 3 places after the decimal because I want to make sure that I'm adding correctly and everything is even. So when I add this all up, I get 16.125. And if you notice, I identified the day of the week. So on your papers, you better write Mon for Monday, Tues for Tuesday, Wednes for Wednesday, Thurs for Thursday, or you're not going to get credit. So 16.125. Now, so Marcus, if 16.125 is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, how much I ran or she ran, I need to get to a total of 22 miles. So what am I going to do with the 22 miles and this decimal of 16.125 now?
Multiply.
Would that make sense though? I want to know how many more miles I got to run on Friday to get to 22. If this is how many I already did, I need to know how many more until 22. So what am I going to do? We're not adding. We're not multiplying.
Subtraction?
Yes. What are we going to subtract? Now we're talking.
16.125 by 22. Okay.
So we're actually, when we set that up on our paper, we're actually going to subtract 22.00 minus 16.125. I'm going to type that in the chat box. We're not done yet. We're going to subtract 22.000 minus 16.125. So please type the answer now. Anaya, retype your answer underneath though, so it's easier for me to follow along with, okay? Good, Anaya. Good, Taris. Good, Nathan. Leanne, I know. Thank you for letting me know. Ibrahima, yes. Omar, good. I need a few more. DeMarcus, how we doing on the subtraction?
Almost done.
All right. So far, Janaea, yes. Jalen, yes. I'm going to wait for a few more responses. I'm not answering that question right now because we're focusing on the question. Munir, I'm not sure why there is a, what is that sign there? Why there is an inequality sign in your answer. Thank you for correcting that.
My answer is 5.875.
Excellent. So what we're going to do now is not only is that the answer, but we're going to write that into a sentence. So Jen will need to run 5.875 miles on Friday to reach her goal. So she needs to run this amount of miles, 5 and 875 hundredths more of a mile to meet 22 miles, which was her goal for the week. Okay, so if you notice my work is very neat, your work should look like this. You shouldn't just be slapping the numbers on the paper. You should be taking your time when you're in this class. You actually get the benefit of getting literally 100 on these packets. Same thing with your exit ticket. There's no reason why we can't get 100 because we're going to go into that next. I love the focus that I'm seeing by certain people right now. You're making me really happy right now. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you're done, we're now going to move on to we have page 6 and page 8. Okay, page 7, I'm going to show you when we get there what we're going to do there. We're almost done. Now I'm going to test your knowledge on box and whisker plots. Again, I'm going to bring up the screen, and if I catch anyone drawing on it, you will have a consequence because I'm over that drawing now. Okay. So the reason why I'm bringing this one up is a box and whisker. So let me see who I got. Okay, let me go see where Anaya. Anaya, turn your camera on, please. Because I need you to help me out here. Anaya? So whoever's drawing on the screen, you better stop. Now I don't share it. Now you blew it. Because unfortunately, you can't handle yourself right now, whoever that was. Anyways, Anaya, are you here? Okay, Aiden Acevedo, you're up. You're reading page 6, number 6, Aiden Acevedo. Unmute yourself. Aiden Acevedo, unmute yourself. For your class participation grade. I'm going to call on somebody else and you'll take the grade of your choice. Because I know you're there. Alexander, turn that camera on right now, please. Jaden Smith, we'll have you go.
Hello?
Yes, Aiden, you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, Aiden, show your face, though, to get your credit. Come on, we're waiting. We got a lot to do. Come on.
Yeah.
Aiden. Can you show your face and read me the question on page 6, please?
Okay. Amanda surveyed 13 students in her class about her height in inches. Her are listed below. 52, 53, 55, 55, 56, 57, 58, 58, 59, 59, 62, 65.
Okay.
Minimum is 52.
Excellent.
Medium is 58. Lower quartile is 55. Maximum 65. Upper quartile 59.
Okay, hold on. Let everyone shut. Woof. Let me just, okay, so keep going. Keep talking.
And then, so that connects to answer A, to the number line to answer A.
Can you tell me why it's A?
Well, I didn't write down everything. I had to write down everything why it's A because now I forgot why it's A. But I had to write everything.
Okay. You need.
But the only thing I wrote down was like the ones that you had to write down in the spots, like maximum, medium, lower quartile. I only wrote down the numbers for there. I didn't wrote down my whole entire work, which I have to do.
Okay. Okay. So you are correct, Aiden. Let me just kind of go over this. Okay, this is a 7th grade test question. Remember, you have to order the data from least to greatest, and then you have to find the middle number, which is the median. So that middle number, is Aiden said, which is your Q2 is 58. And then to find the Q3, you go to the numbers to the, oh my goodness, I don't even know right from left. You go to the right to get the upper quartile, which is Q3. And then you go to the median, you go to the left to get the lower quartile, which is Q1, which is the median of that lower half. And then you get the numbers that Aiden mentioned. When you go and look at the box plot, okay, even though there's no dots here, if you recall when we did this a while ago, we said that the minimum and the maximum represent the whiskers, and that the box was the Q1, Q2, and Q3. That makes up the box of the data. So if you look at it, A and D are correct. Clearly, we know that B is wrong because there should be 3 lines, and we know that that's not true. The minimum is 52, and the maximum is 65 in choice A and D. Now it just comes down to making sure that the Q1 is 55, which if you look here, it's 55. The Q2 is 58, and the Q3 is 59. Here, that's not the case because it's 62. So right off the bat, we know that D is wrong, and that is why A wins and the others are incorrect. All right, we're gonna go over the exit ticket, and then we're gonna move on to the next part. Okay, so here you go. All right, so this is page 7. I want you to write on the top, this is for you to do at your own time. Maybe you can hop on a Google Hangout with a friend because it's extra credit. So again, this is a challenge. They're optional to complete, but you will receive extra credit if you attempt to try with your work. So I'm not going over these. These are for you to do on your own, or you can later meet up with a friend. But we will go over page 8 right now. And I will not have you draw on this screen. Okay, because I want to do this kind of quickly. So we're going to go now to page 8 now. So Munir Muhammad, you're the lucky contestant to read me question 1 on my screen. Munir, unmute yourself. And turn your camera on, sir, or you will not get credit. Munir? Munir Muhammad. Okay, let's go call on Ashley. Ashley, unmute yourself. You're going to read question 1, please. I need to hear from you to get your credit, ma'am. Ashley. Ashley. I don't know what's going on. Ashley. Ashley. Going once, Ashley. Ashley, unmute yourself. I gave you the privilege. All right. Nathan has, Ashley, can you read it? So Nathan has $40 in the bank account. He writes a check for $60. So if you write a check for $60, how much money does Nathan have in the account after writing the check? That's what we need to investigate right now. So we know that when you have $40, it's plus 40 in the bank. Plus 40. Okay? Plus 40. We know that if you write a check, it's negative 60. Therefore, if I add negative 40 plus negative 60, I am going to get choice C as my correct answer. Got it?
little bit lighter. I have an online.
Negative 60 plus 40 is negative $20. I owe negative $20 to the bank, and they're probably going to charge me an overdraft charge. So now I'm going to owe them even more money because I overdrew. I didn't have enough money in the account to cover the check that I created. Okay? So let's hit undo. Here we go. All right. Now let's look at number two. Number two now. We got two more problems left. Let's have Leanne. Actually, Leanne, hold on. Ibrahima had his hand up. All right, Ibrahima, you're going to read us question 2 now.
Okay. A sunrise, the outside temperature was 1 degrees below zero. By lunchtime, the temperature rise by 7 degrees and then fell by 4 by night. What was the temperature at the end of the day?
All right, so Ibrahima, if we have 1 degree below, is that positive or negative?
Negative.
So put -1 on your paper. Write it at the space, -1. Everyone
Okay.
write -1. Now, we go up by 17. So what kind of integer is that?
Positive.
Positive 17. So -1 plus 17 is what?
Negative. Wait, are we just gonna subtract, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Keep the sign of the higher number and subtract. That's right.
It's gonna be. Isn't it gonna?
What's 17 minus 1?
Oh, 16. Yeah.
It's 16.
Negative 16.
Not negative because the higher sign is positive, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So now we go, it fell 4. So now you subtract 16 minus 4 and you get how much?
You're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get 12.
Yes, 12 is the correct response. Excellent job. So let me just show you so far what you should have. So I did this question 1 and 2. I thought I saw that there was an annotating tool, but I didn't like the way it looked. So plus 40 minus 60, KCC gives me -20. Or 40 plus -60 gave me -20. Now, I used a number line here. You could either use the number line or you could write the number sentence. You pick. But if you use the number line, it's a little bit more easier to see it because it's visual. That if I start at -1 and I add 17 over to the positive, I end up at 16. Then it says it fell, so I have to go back 4, and now I arrive at 12. So that would be the answer, which would be A. Now, on question 3 and 4, I'm just going to help you because of time. It says that Chris Danielise got a notice from the banks saying that she overspent her account balance of -$43. Obviously, when you overspend, you're withdrawing, you're in the negative. But here's the thing, -43, right? Because overspent. Now it says that she then wrote another check for $50. So I need to figure out what is her new balance. So I'm going to actually subtract -40 plus -50, and I'm going to get -93. So now she owes $93 to the bank plus the overdraft fee. It's probably over $100. Most banks charge a $35 overdraft fee if you go in the negative because they're lending you the money because clearly you don't have it in the account. So they're giving it to you. It's debt you owe. So we're going to pick -93. Now this one is pretty straightforward. All right. If you use the number line, on number 4, it says that you start at 5 yards. So I'm going to go to 5. I then go -9. It brings me to -4. So rest assured that when you do see these questions at 12:30 in about 35 more minutes, you should all be able to get a 100 on this call. Yesterday, when you were doing your exit tickets, unfortunately, not everyone on here got 100, and it was the same questions. So please make sure you refer to the packet when you do the exit ticket. And also, some of you didn't even do your exit ticket yesterday, so that needs to be done as soon as possible. Because again, I am not accepting late work. There's a hard deadline. Going forward, if you don't have the work submitted on Friday at 5 p.m., I'm not accepting it. And you will be in summer school, myself and Miss Wong, for math and ELA. So there you go.